Hello and welcome to the Edu Leaders Show on the Edu Bulletin, where we bring you the latest insights and trends from the world of education. I'm Jessica, and I'm excited to guide you through this episode. We have an esteemed guest joining us, Dr. Usha Reddy, Director of GVK International Schools. Why does she advocate experiential, child-centered learning over traditional, rigid curriculum approaches? Now, let's move directly into our interview. Over to you, Likhita. Let's hear what ma'am had to say.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Edu Leaders Show. We have with us Dr. Usha Reddy, Directors, GVK International Schools. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Very good morning to you.
Thank you. So, we have curated a list of questions for you. The first question being, they say the most important learning happens before the age 7. Yet early childhood education gets the least attention in policy discussions. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I'd only like to say that it's a fact and we all have to acknowledge it. I wouldn't undermine the fact that lots of changes are happening and lots of people are actually focusing on the foundational years.
Yeah, true.
To me, that is the foundation for life.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to social and emotional skills. The other things that the child learns in class will happen any which ways. So happening a little slowly would not matter. But I think when the neurons are activated and we make the synapses and it kind of gets reinforced, learning gets stronger. So I think everything has to be experiential and it is important for the children to develop their social and emotional skills at this age. So as educators, I think our focus is more on the overall personality development of the child in the formative years, rather than on the academic curriculum that needs to be delivered.
So true, so true. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. We have the second question. Young children are natural learners. They're very curious, fearless, experimental. So at what point does school begin to work against that? And how do you prevent that in your institution?
I think it's the pedagogy that any leader of a school should put in place. As long as you give the teacher the freedom not to just cover the curriculum, but to help children discover it, then I think it becomes hands-on.
Yeah.
The inquisitiveness of a child should never be stifled. It should be encouraged. And giving them time to actually ask better questions and explore and learn by themselves while we stand and just guide them, I think is an important thing that we should do as educators. So as long as asking questions is encouraged, children are able to think innovatively and are given an opportunity to actually discover what ought to be learned. I think the teacher at the side aisle is the one who is very significant, rather than the one who's standing in front of the class and ensuring that whatever is in the book is completed. That is not education at all, because your life skills and everything else are just as important. Bringing that confidence into a child that everybody is a beautiful self-learner, I think is what is very, very important. So I think the more you kind of let the classroom environment be, unconditionally friendly and, encourage the children, I think those schools will always stand a class apart.
Yeah, so true, lovely. The next question being, how do you think AI and technology should or should not be introduced in the primary level?
Well, I think AI is here to stay. So I wouldn't say that, we have to shy away from it. Rather, we have to adapt to it. We have to make it a tool, not make AI the master of education system, but make it a tool that we use to our advantage. But with the same breath, I'd say that up to the foundational years, I'd like to keep technology away from children as much as I can. Because that's something they're going to use for the rest of their lives. But your innate natural intelligence, I think, should be awakened in the early years. And for that, I wouldn't want smart boards. I wouldn't want use of technology, at least up to grade 2. And thereafter, it becomes part and parcel of your curriculum. And I think then you make it something that will enable learning rather than hindering it. And so is it for teachers. You ask the right prompts and you can make the best of lesson plans. And why waste so much time when it's there at click of finger? But I think using technology to your advantage, I think is very, very pertinent. For children, especially the ones who are shy in class, can't ask questions for fear of being laughed at by, their peers, or admonished by the teacher, then I think using chatbots also works.
Yeah.
So in that sense, let technology be, something that we use to our advantage is what I would say.
So true, so true. That's really important, I believe. The last question being, if you had to describe your teaching philosophy in just 3 words, what would they be?
For me, it is freedom of expression, whether it's for a child or for a teacher. And I think innovation only happens when there's no fear. So creating an atmosphere where there's no corporal punishment at all, and also, encouraging them to make mistakes, I think would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Not putting them down, but encouraging them, saying you can make new mistakes, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then, kind of edging them on.
Yeah.
And the last one would be, marks are important, but they don't make your life.
Yeah,
I
so
think
true.
coming from educators, then children and parents are taken aback. But that's a fact of life. If you see, it's the ones who get the highest marks are not necessarily the most successful people. So it's your overall character, your personality, your confidence, your communication, and a whole lot of other things. So I think, to me, that would be the last one that I would say is important.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for
you.
sharing your insights. It was lovely having you here.
Such a pleasure. Such a
Same here.
pleasure.
Thank you for joining us for this enlightening discussion. We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did. Save the number 72170701000 and send "Hi" on WhatsApp to receive daily educational news updates and inspiring interviews from the Edu Bulletin.